Go back and watch the whole thing. I
Not a
promise
chance.
it's well worth it.
There's
What's
no
that?
way I'm going back to watch the whole thing.
It's good. It's the only thing. It's the only of her. She's done many of those interviews. It's the only one I've seen. I tried to watch a little of the Bobby Lee one. He's very hit or miss with me.
I just want he's perfect in shorts. I want to see him do dumb shit for a minute, and then I want to just move on.
Same with Theo. I cannot sit down and watch Theo
I think Theo might be the funniest person on the planet in a minute.
In a minute. His like long form stuff is real tough for me to digest.
No, like he's so quick with a response of just like, oh yeah, I had the raccoon like that when I was a kid. And it's like, what?
None of it even makes sense. I don't know.
No,
anyway, hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Stokastic.com early live before lock MLB 6-game action. Then you got a big slate. I think we have like 9 games tonight too. So pretty sizable 2 slates we've got here today. Also, Josh, it's pretty spread out too. Like this is, you have the 1 p.m., a 2, a 3, a 4. I was surprised they even included the 1, but they did, and we've got 6 games.
Yeah, I like this. I like the slate. The weather is a little weird for the morning, but we'll be all right. It's gonna be a good time.
The Philadelphia game is a sketchy one,
which is not ideal for the chalk pitcher being Aaron Nola here.
Yeah, I will say though, I was looking at the radar earlier for my own sake. I wanted to put the cushions away out back from all like the patio furniture and stuff because it's going to rain. It's going to rain.
I was just like, isn't now the time you should be like taking them out?
No. If it rains and they get left out there, might hear a word or two from the wife, but I'm like, they dry out. They don't smell, nothing like that. But you also don't want to get like, if you get a thunderstorm rolling through, they might not dry out for days. So put them away. I got a little either way. I looked, the radar, to me, it looked like we were probably good until 7.
I think we're going to be good enough to get like the real part of the game in. And then, your mileage may vary after that.
I'm looking at it now. Looks like, oh, never mind. That changed. Looks a lot sketchier than before.
And none of it's good, man. It's going to be a scary hour.
That game looks way sketchier than it did before. But anyway, we'll get into it. Mets Washington being another one as well. That could get a little bit dicey. Kansas City, Cleveland, but that's on the late slate. So basically just 2. Also, one more thing. Atlanta, Boston temperatures are massive hitter-friendly weather today.
I have a ton of Atlanta.
Winds blowing out.
And Boston.
Yeah.
I think it's the best spot on the slate.
85 degrees.
85 degrees. No weather. Nick Pivetta is good at getting strikeouts. He gives up tons of power. I mean, this is a great hitting environment. And then you get Boston on the other side against Spencer Schwellenbach, who you just can't trust to be good.
Because of the name?
Yeah.
There is something about that name that makes me not want to trust him. Without you even mentioning that, there's something about him that makes you very suspicious of his abilities.
Like Schwellenbach is a name that would be very prevalent in my home area. And I would never trust anybody from my home area to be a major league pitcher. I don't even trust people from my home area to get tickets and go to a game.
What would you associate a Schwellenbach with? Like what type of profession? Like a coal miner?
Dentist?
Coal miner?
Yeah. I got a couple others that I'm not allowed to say.
Anyway, I think it's probably just one of those spots that you have to
heating and air company.
Schwellenbach HVAC. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. 5+ run totals for both of them, for Atlanta and Boston. So clearly a good spot. I mean, Pavetta's not bad, but he's also, the thing about Pivetta that makes this a fascinating spot is that he is the type of guy that can go like 7 scoreless or just get absolutely lit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can get tagged pretty good.
Sorry,
So
I'm
I'm not shying
responding.
away.
I'm responding to Hoff in chat. We've got Bug Boy yelling at me about Shane Gillis being the funniest guy in a minute, telling me that I have a bad take, as if I'm like not a Shane Gillis fan.
What you were talking about in a minute though, that's different. Yeah, whatever. Uh,
Bug Boy's always wrong. It's fine.
Joey Prindle wanted to do a huge shout out to you guys. Took second in the 555 last night for 60K. Yo, awesome, man. Awesome. Beautiful. I hope you're
Love to
rocking
see
that.
it.
I hope you're rocking that stochastic avatar. Would be
Yeah,
nice.
welcome to the Ring of Honor, maybe.
Yeah, you would have got the custom ring. Engraved display case. It spins too. It's pretty sweet. Plus, free month of stochastic plus platinum and a bunch of other things. What's up?
You know who doesn't make the Ring of Honor?
Who's that?
That would be Chris Carnahan. Shane Gillis isn't funny. Tires is bad. Couldn't get through 15 minutes. Stop watching this show.
Hey,
We're not
man,
going to see eye to eye in life.
everyone's entitled to their opinion, but to not get through 15 minutes of like a 25-minute episode is preposterous. And also, Ryan Ferreira hit ninth on the 50K last night. Appreciate you guys. Congrats,
Nice.
fellas. Like I said, stochastic.com/HOF. Download. We got all the fresh new avatars too. Use whatever one you want. We got tiers now. You can win year round. First time, stochastic Sims all access. What, $200 value? Single sport. Then single sport monthly plus a week of whatever you want in Sims as well. And then third, all access monthly Sims. All access monthly plus the ring, the custom ring, Hall of Fame ring in the display case for 20K plus wins. So yeah, if you're rocking it, hit us up at Stochastic HOF. Just go there, download an avatar, use it wherever it is you play, finish top 3 in a field of 5,000 or more. Doesn't matter what the entry fee is. And you're good. Just tweet us at Stochastic HOF. Include a nice message in there with the screenshot as well, and we'll get you set up.
Boom.
But yeah, all right. So let's get into pitching a little bit here. We got plenty of time. It's only 6 games. But when you're looking at this early slate, Aaron Nola clearly jumps off as like a top option, 34% top 2 pitcher, 35% ownership. So really no negative leverage. And often you see that when they have the ownership that he does against Milwaukee. But the more I look at it, the more concerns I have that this game gets hit with an in-game delay. You know, I took some shots, some chances on Imanaga yesterday, and I got burned by that delay. Sometimes I'll take the chance. Yesterday, it did not pay off.
No, it did not. I didn't play any of Imanaga last night. I did play Cubs bats. Didn't matter for me.
I got smoked yesterday, honestly. I had a lot of Cubs
Same.
bats too. Imanaga started off great too. He started off, he struck the side out. And I was like, okay, if I even get 5 innings from this guy at this pace, at his ownership, that's not going to look bad. Like he was pacing 12 strikeouts in 5 innings. And then he got tuned up in that, was it 3rd inning, where it's like, it was 5 runs, only 1 earned. But by that point, he had just completely unraveled.
Yeah, I was surprised because it all happened without walks. And that was the thing that I thought was going to get him. And it didn't. Oh, God, that hair is back in the middle of my back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but not great. Anyway.
Yeah, I dodged that bullet and it still didn't matter. I think the winning lineup was like a Cardinals stack and they had like 6 runs. It was a real dumb slate.
Not Orioles. Probably some 1 or 2 offs from more. You got to have the 2-homer game there.
Was it Mountcastle?
Yeah.
Let me look. Because I remember looking at it and just being like, how the fuck on this slate? Freed and Heel, no surprise there, but cards. So 5-man Cardinal stack. They lost 8-5. And this lineup has a 0 in it with Charlie Blackmon 1 off. But it also had Ian Happ getting 21 from the Cubs and Christopher Morel getting 21 for the Cubs. So not a single Oriole.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
really weird.
They threaded the needle, and this lineup had a 0 and a 3 in it. They basically just had everything else that worked.
Yeah, I don't even know if you'd call that threading the needle. I mean, I guess it is, but it's bizarre.
Yeah, it was just the 5 best Cardinals other than Matt Carpenter. He was a blank in the lineup, and then just hit the 1-off. Well, hit 2 of the 3 1-offs, and then had the nut Max Fried game.
Pitching kind of sucks on this slate. Well, think about it. Like
Nola's great.
Nola's great, but Pavetta's in a rough spot.
Yes.
I think the price is fair, but not only is he in a bad weather game, he's in a bad matchup. Even if Atlanta hasn't been the same team and is dealing with injuries, it's still not the team you love going up against in 85-degree temperatures with winds blowing out at double-digit miles per hour.
No, like his upside is huge because his strikeout stuff is huge, but this is a game with a 10-run implied total.
Is it up to 10?
I believe so.
Aaron Ashby is the third highest owned pitcher right now.
Yeah, it's 10. Yeah, he's my third most owned pitcher too, but I'm way over the field. I'm way over on Nola, I'm way over on Ashby, and I'm way over on my boy Miles Michaelis.
Well, you're always over on Miles Michaelis.
I've been over on Miles Michaelis for 6 years of doing this show. Every day.
I wish you good luck with that one against Houston in Houston. That should be fun.
Be all right. How bad could it be, really?
On this slate, I don't really know. What?
I said clip that. I said how bad could it be?
On this slate, I'm not really sure how bad it could be. There's really not a lot of good pitching. Like if it's a good pitcher, he's not in a great. Renel Blanco is almost 11,000.
I have 18% of Pat Corbin if you want to know how bad it is.
Do you really?
I do indeed. That dude has an implied total going against him of 5 runs. And I was just like, give me the pitcher.
I don't know if you've seen the positive leverage we have on Blanco, but Josh is doing that because he got his hair cut today. And apparently they don't put the thing over you. They just cut your hair straight under your collar.
Not true. So, chat. The entire chat is filled with men that get haircuts. You still get a little bit of hair in your shirt, correct? Laffy's treating it like he's never had a stray hair land below his neck in his entire life.
A couple here, a couple there, but I'm not. My back, I don't look like the Sasquatch afterwards. Apparently, your whole back is covered in hair.
No, I think there's just like one hair back there that's causing.
Well, that's
havoc.
kind of the worst. That's
like the Genghis Khan of hair clippings.
The worst is when the hair gets like caught in the shirt and it pokes you.
That's what I think is happening.
Like
right
it
now,
almost
the center of my back. Yes. I feel like somebody's stabbing me with an ice pick right now.
Have you ever had a hair splinter?
Oh, a lot.
They hurt like hell and you can hardly see. Dude, those things burn.
Yeah. I have like particularly hard and sharp hair in places where it could be a problem. You like touch your beard and all of a sudden it's like stuck in your finger and you're like, what the am I a porcupine?
It hurts. It hurts. Oh man, never mind. Anyway. Yeah, we all shower after a haircut, not immediately afterwards.
No.
Don't get me wrong. Plenty of times I've gone to sleep after a haircut and just I'll change the sheets tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I just like you don't
plenty of time.
I assume you feel the same way. Your hair will never be styled better than the day you get out of the haircut. I assume you're in the same boat as me that I can't do what that guy does. So I want to run that out there for a day. Yeah,
absolutely. They always know if they give me a bad haircut because I go, thanks, dude. And then I put my hat on as I'm leaving.
Yeah, I don't ever put the hat back. I'll put it back on once I get in the car, but I won't rub their face in it.
I want to let them know. No, I don't do that. But I think seriously, the positive leverage right now on Renel Blanco. Look at the top pitchers tool and look at the leverage.
I have it with heavy positive leverage, and I don't have a single share of him. It's really uncomfortable.
Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't projected. I mean, 10-7 just, I guess, is becoming a real problematic price point given some of the offenses you could pay up for. Like, it's not like the Braves aren't cheap. It's not like Boston is cheap. They're just average. Rockies and Reds are priced up now, at least a bit for them since they've been in cores. There's just not enough cheap offense, I think. And I think it's pretty clear that Aaron Nola just looks better than Blanco does. And at that point, you're kind of just boxed out, is my guess. But I'm with you. Like, I don't think Nola is all that overowned, but I do think Blanco is underowned. I wish I were getting to him. I'm just not.
I feel like he's definitely underowned. Because he's very good, first of all. Blanco's been excellent. And, maybe he's running very hot, just in the sense of like he's had some. He had the no hitter to his first start of the season, right? I think it was Blanco.
You're asking the wrong person.
I think he did. I think he had a no hitter for you. You guys can chat and tell me, but he has an 88% strand rate. That is wild. 88% strand rate, Josh.
I mean, that's, running a little hot there.
A 200 BABIP.
Running a little hot there. Running a little hot there.
That's not a little hot. That's scorching hot.
I feel like Pedro Martin, one of those like crazy Pedro years, his BABIP was like 180 or something stupid for the whole year.
Listen, who knows? Maybe he keeps it up. The underlying numbers aren't amazing on him, but there is something to be said just about the fact that like he's 15% on a 6-game slate. There's weather in Philadelphia. And St. Louis has a 3.8 total. Yeah.
Yeah, 236 was the low for Pedro the year after he went like extra crazy.
Blanco's at 200 right now.
Yeah, but like, I know people will probably look at that and like, I don't want to take him or whatever. And it's just like, well, it doesn't all come to roost in one game. Like it doesn't, just because he was lucky before doesn't mean he gets to be like extra unlucky today.
Correct. Maybe
you project him for his talent moving forward.
Right. By the way, I'm getting 19% to Blanco right now.
I'm jealous of that.
My exposures are very spread out, though. My pitching exposures are crazy spread out right now.
Yeah, not me. I either have you or I don't, basically. I have 140% of my pitcher ownership going to Nola, Michaelis, Ashby.
Really?
Yeah, so 70% of my exposure is in those 3 guys.
This is the first time I've seen this in a long time running the Sims, but I have 8 guys between 14 and 19%, and then 2 guys. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, you're real flat.
And then Corbin and Ashby at 27 and 36% respectively. I have almost identical exposure to pretty much everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. See, like I don't have Blanco. I basically don't have Severino. I don't have Hicks. I have 1 share of Ashcraft. These are all guys that are 15% owned that I just simply don't have.
The only guy I'm super underweight on right now, believe it or not, is Nola. And I'm wondering how much of that is the weather here. I'm looking at this. I think in the Sims, hold on. What do we have? No, we still have Nola with the pool ownership of almost 40%. So yeah.
Yeah.
You're not worried about, I think this is one where you have to wait a little bit, but the problem is it is a 4 p.m. game. There's 4 games that start before that. So your recourse here, if you get closer and 340 doesn't count between San Francisco and Arizona, you'll know by then. But your other pitchers, because if Ashby's a concern, would be the Washington Mets game. So you're talking Severino, Corbin. There's no real pivot off of Aaron Nola. Houston starts at the second earliest time. So I think you just, if you're playing him, you just kind of have to play him and hope that they get through like 6 or 7 innings and he's unaffected by the weather.
Ah, shit. You just cut out. Oh, perfect. My phone rang and it switched to my AirPods, but I heard you finished. I saw you stop talking and I was, yeah. You stopped talking and I was just like, oh shit. That was like the one moment where I needed that to not happen. And then it happened.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're in deep shit though. If something goes weird at 341 for those games, because dropping off of Nola is, you don't got a lot left.
You don't. Logan said Josh needs Manscaped. We have Manscaped, brother. They sent us an amazing package when we had them as a sponsor last year.
Kudos to them. Shit's great.
I still use all that stuff. I even used the travel bag. Very nice travel bag.
I don't even remember that I had a travel bag.
You do. It was in the bottom of that bottomless box.
That could be anywhere right now.
I think Severino's a good play today too.
Normally a guy I get to pretty regularly. I don't have him today.
I just don't know how you differentiate from some of these guys from each other. That's kind of what I'm
Randomness.
getting at,
Yeah, randomness.
right? No, I'm saying though, like if you're just looking at these players, you're not going, man, I can't get to Severino, but I have to get to Jordan Hicks,
No.
or I have to get to Pavetta, or like, or I don't want to get to Graham Ashcraft, but boy, Miles Michaelis and Aaron Ashby look fantastic. There's none of that today. Like I have 18% Ashcraft. I have,
Dude, we have 5 guys projected for, call it, 15% ownership.
that's why I'm not surprised that I'm getting like remotely close to the field on a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? And by the way, you're not saying 15+%. You're saying we have 5 guys at 15% ownership.
Yeah. That's not counting Nola, Pavetta, Michaelis, and Ashby, who are all in the mid to high 20s, or Nola separating from the pack.
I mean, we saw what happened yesterday in Colorado. I mean, I looked down and there was a no-hitter going into the 8th.
Yeah. Hey, I was on it, so I'll take that one.
Good. I mean, look, pitching at Coors is not what it once was. Not because the field is closer to to sea level. Not because the air is less. Because Colorado is so bad, dude. Like
They're
there was
atrocious.
if you go on FanGraphs and you just look at home splits for teams, how in the world is this Rockies team still at home? If you just sort right, if the split is just at home, right, you would at least think they'd be, I don't know, middle of the road, because they're playing in the most hitter friendly park in the league by a lot from a run scoring perspective.
Yeah,
But they're not, dude. They're not even close. Colorado.
I don't know
at home
how
this
they're
year-
so bad.
What's that?
I don't know how they're so bad, and they've been bad for years now. They've been just trash.
I don't think. Yes, they have. But is this the worst year?
I mean, there's no telling.
Guess
There's a
what
lot of
their
bad.
Guess what their WRC plus is at home this year?
81.
77.
That's pretty close.
That was very close. The White Sox at 76 are the only worst team. This is Coors Field. They have a 77 WRC plus. Amazing. 25% strikeout rate at home.
It's
In a
almost
park
like their
that-
entire it's almost like their entire lineup is filled up with guys that aren't good.
It's amazing.
Glad I stacked them yesterday.
Their best hitter against lefties is a lefty. McMahon's their best hitter against lefties.
Yeah. Which is not how that should shake out.
No. No, it's tough. Do you have any Ashcraft?
One single share right now. Obviously, I'm going to rerun this stuff in like 15 minutes to see if we get another lineup or anything in. Because we still need Giants, Diamondbacks, Brewers, Nats.
We got Philly a little bit ago, right?
Yeah. I don't care too much about Giants. Diamondbacks are at least a little interesting to me based on my hitting exposure. I don't really care what the Brewers lineup is, and I actually do have some of the Nats against Severino.
I do not want to play Graham Ashcraft. Colorado's terrible.
Yes. I mean, Dakota Hudson, Graham Ashcraft. Oh, that's not a game that I want tickets for. I have the Rockies projected WOBA in this game at 297.
A 297.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
And that's against Graham Ashcraft, who is not good.
They only have 2 guys projected for a WOBA north of 304.
I mean, his projection right now, you look at Ashcraft's like 4.34 xFIP, 4.53 xERA, all of these. He is average in every sense. Yeah. Maybe below average. Like he's below average strikeout pitcher. Makes me want to get to Colorado today, but God, they have just disappointed time in and time out. They still have a run total that's higher than 5.5. Like, how do I get away from Colorado today?
Well, the Astros bats just got a little bit worse. Alex Bregman scratched.
Okay. All right. Good. Now your Miles Michaelis looks even better.
It does. Bregman got K's at a 13% rate via Steamer, man.
Yeah,
Bring
he
in
does
somebody
not
else.
strike out. Granted,
Trey
none of them
Cabbage
do.
on the other side, which I didn't know was a human being, has a projected strikeout rate from Steamer at 37%.
Who does?
Trey Cabbage. I don't know if
Oh,
that's a real thing or not.
you don't know Trey Cabbage?
No, no. Oh, Joe Lettuce, man, is my guy.
Yeah, the old Billy Broccoli.
Yeah.
Colorado,
There we go. I like that. That was good.
5.4 run total for Colorado. It's still one of the highest. Like, here's the crazy thing. It's still higher than both Atlanta and Boston. The only team with a higher implied total on the slate is the Reds in the same park against Dakota Hudson. So, love it or hate it, you still have to be largely considering Colorado. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a sucker for this Rockies team because as bad, I mean, they're dreadful. They're dreadful. But as bad as they are, they just continue, despite the fact that they have these significant totals, they just continue to not really get a lot of ownership. And I always end up on more. Although I will say today, I'm getting a fuck ton of Cincinnati. A lot, dude. I have a ton of Cincinnati right now.
I've got a lot of the Rockies and the Reds, but it's more like neutral to the field than anything else.
I'm not getting a lot of Philly.
They're my second lowest owned team.
They're so expensive, man.
I mean, it also doesn't hurt that I have 40% of Aaron Ashby.
Yeah, I have a lot of spots though, and I thought this kind of slate would be the one where I have a lot of the pitcher and a lot of the stack. Because there's nothing to really differentiate or make any of these guys stand out. Like this feels, I know you were looking at something else, but it feels like one of those slates where you would get a lot of the stack and the same pitcher.
Turns out I don't have any of the Phillies bats except for Real Muto, who's in.
That's it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Who's not even in the lineup. So when I rerun that, I probably just won't have it. But when I ran it, I had 16% of Real Muto and nothing else. When the new lineup came in, I assume that will just take me away and I don't get to the 8-hole hitter Garrett Stubbs.
Man, I have a ton of Cincinnati. I could be in a worse spot. It's not like a unenviable position to be in. Aaron Ashby's what? Made one appearance this year?
We're about to find out. Yes. One start, 3 2/3 innings.
Why are you I wonder what's leading you to so much Aaron Ashby.
I mean, he's 25% owned right now. It's not like it's just me.
I'm also getting a lot.
It's salary, right? We just don't have savings anywhere else. If you want to be able to pay for Red Sox and Braves bats or Rockies and Reds bats, you got to run yourself to the bottom somehow, especially if you like Nola. Because once you're locking in Nola plus those offenses, there's only so many places you can save.
I mean, I guess it does make sense. I don't know. I mean, 2022 at the major with Milwaukee through 107 innings, had a 26.5% K rate, 3.29 xFIP, 3.75 xERA. They were good numbers, but can we be looking at that as something that translates to 2024 for him?
Dude, oh my God. Have you looked at his minor stats this year?
I was just going to pull them up.
Don't look yet. Don't look yet. He's thrown 43 innings. Okay.
Yeah.
20% K rate, around 9 per 9. It's fine.
That's fine. Well,
what do you think his walk rate is?
Oh, geez. I'm going to say like 17%.
17.9.
So he has a
38 walks in
2.1%.
43 innings.
So he has like a 2.1% K minus BB rate.
2.4 is what I'm seeing right here. 360 BABIP, which isn't helpful, but that's whatever. 528 FIP. I'm so excited to have 42% of him going up against the Phillies.
Makes you want to get to more Phillies.
No. I mean, it does, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's also very difficult to get to the Phillies because he is the one that would get you there.
Yeah, like if you're not using him, then you're probably using Michaelis or Corbin.
I mean, these Philly bats are, you have 5 of them above 5. Well, Real Muto's out of the lineup. So that
Yeah.
makes them worse because you don't really care a
Oh,
ton.
we got the Diamondbacks lineup and the Nats lineup now, and the updated Astros lineup. So it's all coming
Okay,
together.
cool. Like Garrett Stubbs is cheap, but you really don't want to play Garrett Stubbs. But he's there.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Who else is out? Because Brandon Marsh is on the IL. Turner's obviously on the IL. Rojas
Here's
is
the
out.
lineup: Schwarber, Castellanos, Harper, Bohm, Stott, Sosa, Merrifield, Stubbs, Pash,
Pache.
Pache. Yeah, we'll never get that right.
So the bottom of this Phillies order actually doesn't look all that good. And it helps Ashby a little bit too. If you're getting Real Muto out and replacing him with Garrett Stubbs. Yeah, that's not bad. Merrifield, Stubbs, Pache to close out to round out the lineup. Castellanos is batting in the 2-hole, huh? Interesting. Harper 3, Bum 4, Stop 5. Okay. Ashby it is. God, that's gross. That's gross.
What's more gross, Ashby or Michaelis?
Probably Michaelis.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Michaelis is oddly okay most of the time. That's kind of as nicely as I can put it, right? And Michaelis is, I
Damning him
think
with
it's
faint
very,
praise. God damn, jeez.
what?
He's okay most of the time.
That's literally what he is. He's
Yeah.
okay most of the, go look at his starts. The only way to describe it is like, yeah, he's usually fine most of the time at that price point. That's what he is. He's like 13 to 16 fantasy points.
Do you think they're gonna put that on his tombstone? He was okay most of the time.
Mostly fine most of the time would be a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I don't really have any objections to any of these guys though, because what's my argument going to be against like not playing Michaelis? No, you should play Ashby and Ashcraft instead. What's
I
the
think the
argument?
only I think the only guy that you can't really justify is Dakota Hudson.
I agree. What about Schwallenbach?
I don't have any. Um he's whatever. That's the best I could do. He's okay most of the time.
Nola, Blanco, Pavetta, Severino, Hicks, Montgomery, Ashby, Michaelis, Ashcraft, all of them 15+% owned. What was that? 10 guys I just rattled off?
Something like
Nine.
that.
9 of 12 pitchers have 15+% ownership. Nola's the only one over 25%. That tells you all you need to know.
I just want these lineups to refresh for me so that I can rerun my shit.
I honestly think this slate is kind of in an odd way cut and dry. And it's like, not that there's clear options up top, but the fact that there just aren't. That you're not really making a bad decision by rostering any of those guys outside of Dakota Hudson. Like, I don't want to roster a guy that has a 6.8 run total against him.
No.
You know?
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
see.
like, I obviously wouldn't. I don't have Blanco. He's clearly a good play.
Yeah.
Nola's fine. Pavetta has huge strikeout stuff. If you're playing Severino, Hicks, Montgomery, Ashcraft, Michaelis, Ashby, like these guys are all pulling enough ownership that I can't tell people that those guys should be no's. The only guy that's not getting owned at all is Dakota Hudson.
Bill said, I think Hicks and Montgomery are in play. Yeah, that's what we're saying. They are.
Yeah. I don't have Hicks, but I do have Montgomery.
I think Hicks is squarely in play.
Yeah, of
I mean,
course.
Arizona has been significantly better against lefties, so that's not exactly. I'm sorry, Hicks is a righty. Hicks is a righty. So yeah, that helps. I always get him confused. Arizona's not been great against righties. He's not bad either.
No, he's not bad.
He has modest strikeout stuff. What's Hicks's K rate?
Bingo.
Probably like 21%.
Projects at 21 in Steamer at least.
Okay. It's 20.2. So yeah, it's not great, but he's been fine. That's everybody on this site.
Yeah, it's hard. And then we have these giant weather concerns hanging out there where I'm playing everybody and letting it rip. I'm not, as of right now, I'm not doing anything different regarding the weather. But Milwaukee, Philly, Mets, Nats, dangerous.
Let me just check to see. I want to see one more time. Feel free to move over to stacks real quick. I'm just going to pull this weather up, Josh. Look at the radar because it's actually without this, nothing matters. We got 2 games. The 2 games that start at 4 o'clock both have the weather concerns.
This is going to be a disaster. Whatever I do is going to be wrong. That much I know.
Let's see here. 52% chance at 5, 65% at 6. Yeah, I think just let me pull the radar up.
They have a win. Both of these things have a window, whether
There's
it's
a
early
window.
or late.
So I'm going to, again, unofficial meteorologist here. I'm going to say that they run into trouble around 5:30.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a quick question. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is a meteorologist?
Someone that studies meteors.
Right. That's where I was going with this. I don't know the etymology of that word.
Yeah. Scientist who studies and works in the field of meteorology, aiming to understand or predict Earth's atmospheric phenomena, including the weather.
It's just weird to me that we call meteors, and then this is just like that term too. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. I think that weather could be a problem. Or
you're not doing anything different though, right?
Well, no, because I already have more Ronel Blanco than Nola.
That'll do it.
So I don't really...
Whenever we get this next projections update and ownership update, I'm going to run it, and that's going to be whatever I have.
Like, I don't think at the price points with Blanco and Nola, how much different of pitchers are they? Because I don't think they're all that much different at all. And
do you have our projections up in front of you?
Sure, I can pull it up. I also don't think the matchup is all that much different.
I have Nola by 2 fantasy points here.
Hold on, I'm just refreshing ours. You have him by 2, huh?
All yeah. Right. We have it by 0.5.
We have him by, 0.5. And a little bit cheaper, but a lot higher owned. He has what, like 2.5 times Blanco's ownership?
Yeah. Weird. It's all weird.
Yeah. By the way, you guys, if you're not in yet, obviously you can get the free month, or hell, free month of Sims All Access, all of that stuff by rocking the avatar, stochastic.com/HOF. You go in, download it, finish top 3 in a field of 5,000 or more. It's a beautiful thing. Then just tweet your wins to us with the screenshot. It's stochastic HOF. And Jordan had the tiers up there. First time, second time, third time wins. We have all different tiers now. You can win year round, all different subscriptions. Lots of money to be had in those subscriptions, for real.
Hell yeah.
A lot. Yeah. And you scroll down, you see all the other stuff we've got as well. And 6 brand new avatars. If you want to pick one that you like, throw it up there. I actually changed mine yesterday. But if not,
I need to do that.
And you just want to, they're cool, dude. Like the metallic looking ones. And you just want to use the tools. links in the description and in the chat, stochastic.com. Sims, MLB, all access or data you can do weekly, monthly, just a phenomenal tool that's going to help you build better lineups. Even if you just wanted to check out the lineup generator, which is an amazing tool. Josh says it all the time. Like, there isn't a better tool at the price than the lineup generator, especially for people that are used to hand building and now have this at their disposal. It's a massive value add to your lineup making process.
It's the most cost-effective thing we have by miles and miles. Like, if you're just looking for a little bit of additional help on a day-to-day basis, not a huge dollar player or anything like that, it's the best possible tool for you. You're getting so much done on the back end for you, and you're still able to fully customize whatever you would like to do. It's the one thing I want everybody to check out and start with, because I know it's going to make you better.
For sure. Rance said, liking MLB Sims. You finally took the dive, huh, brother? Love to see it. I'm glad you like it. I always saw Rance in there whenever we were running promos. He's like, I might do it. I think it looks like we took the dive. But
I like it.
Good. Yeah, you guys can even try it for a week as well, or a month. Link in the description and in chat. And hit us up in Discord, say hello. If you ever have questions, DMs are open on Twitter. Hit us up anywhere. We got you covered. What is that? Brando said Ellie in play today. What do you think, dude?
I think he's my second most exposed hitter.
Yeah, and I'm just fucking with you. But yes, of course.
No, that actually came down. But yes, he's very in play.
Very in play. They have a near 7-run total. Ellie, everyone's in play from that team. He's my third highest exposed player right now.
Projections just got updated. I assume ownership is coming in shortly.
Okay.
But figured you'd want to know that.
Yeah, that's good to know. Did anything change? Do we still have Nola and Blanco pretty much the same?
That's a great question. Blanco ahead of Nola now.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't think that we take a percentage off of fantasy points based on the postpone rate. But if we do, maybe that's doing it. But yeah, they're basically the same. They're separated by 500ths of a point now.
We do have the postponement, delay, whatever percentage factored into the projections. I do know that.
Okay, then that's absolutely discounting Nola down to Blanco.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that when Alex Osimo himself, I remember him saying he factors postponement probability or delay into the, I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive I remember him saying that.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, would make sense, seeing how they've changed.
I just didn't know if we posted the postponement. I just don't remember if we posted the postponement risk as if you want to handle this, this is what we think it is.
Right. And in the Sims, you can just remove a game, which I do quite often when I think it's going to not play, which is very helpful. But yeah, just looking at it now, I'm gonna pull this up.
I am not looking forward to running my stuff. I'm going to be honest with you.
Here's the Brewers lineup.
It just came out.
Yeah,
I don't care enough about that one to wait. I just need ownership and then I'm done.
Well, it matters going up against Nola if Nola's as popular as he is.
I mean, yeah, they have the lowest run total on the slate. I don't have a single share of them. I don't think that I'm going to suddenly get them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, and you're already getting Nola.
Yeah, I have one share of Willy Adames. I don't, no matter what happens here, I'm not going to suddenly have Brewers. That's an easier late swap for me than anything else.
I'm rerunning the Sims too, now that we've got these lineups.
I'm waiting on that ownership update first. That's fine. It takes 4 minutes for me to run my entire process. I've got plenty of time.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It is. It's taking a long time to get there.
We just updated the projections on the Sims too, and ownership. You said ownership is running now?
I assume it is. It should be at least.
Yeah, it's got to be. Because with all those lineups coming in, the good news is do we have lineups for everyone now?
No.
Who are we waiting on?
Giants.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, Giants.
Against Montgomery. I
Wow.
can't imagine I'm getting
NBA
them.
is nearing a $76 billion TV deal.
I saw that. I can't imagine I'm getting the much Giants anyway.
No. I have a very small amount scattered at the top of their order. Um, because Montgomery's solid. It's not
He's a
really like a
good pitcher.
targetable spot. Park doesn't give up any power. It's pretty ugly, just spot to put together. Come on. Is Lock? Okay, 35. Good.
135. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, that's the great man. It's the swings between NBA and baseball are so tough for me. Like that extra 5 minutes is always awesome to have. And then when you get out of baseball at the end of September and you get back into the NBA, and it's just like you're getting up to 7, and you just think you have that extra 5 minutes, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh shit, I don't.
Yep. When really you should have 11 minutes because all of the games start at like 7:11 or 7:10.
Yeah.
But I mean, with betting, you do, right? Like with
Yeah.
betting, you've got up until the game starts.
I mean, you kind of have it once it starts too. Like it's not like all those markets go away for a lot of
Right.
it.
But I mean the original line on all
Right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's no difference between 7:01 and 7:06 for like the money line, even if the
Right.
game started.
Exactly. Yeah. Just by the way, while you get your stuff ready, we have Cincinnati looking at the top stack tool. And Jordan, you can put, oh, look at that. One step ahead of me. He's already got it on the screen. We got Cincinnati 20% top stack probability. We still have that team positively left. Like we still have Colorado with some positive lever. That's the one to me that's the most intriguing. Like, yeah, the Mets against Corbin. Corbin's been okay, but he's also still Patrick Corbin, and he struggles with right-handed power. And there's some good right-handed bats in that Mets lineup. Atlanta against Pavetta, even Boston against Schwellenbach, and then Philly against Ashby getting 7%. The the one that the one that stands out, it's Colorado against Ashcraft. Like, what are you doing with Colorado right now, given that they still have, I'm looking at it right now, Colorado still has the second highest, now it's very close to the Mets and Atlanta and Boston, but the second highest total on the slate.
I have 13% in the aggregate before I reran. We were projecting 9. So a little bit over the field. A lot of that is Ryan McMahon. Only guy I don't really have is Jacob Stallings, whoever that is.
You know who Stallings is.
Why would I know a 285 Wobo 109 ISO catcher?
Dude, you know who Jacob Stallings is.
I sure don't.
Yes, you do.
What did he do something fun that I should know this?
He's been in the league for like 8 years.
I don't know.
You definitely do. He was on the Pirates.
That doesn't help me. I don't remember baseball, man. I push this shit clean out of my head once basketball comes back, and then I retain that information.
It is
There's only
funny
so
how
much
that
space
works.
up in this noodle, man.
Even football for me, like the stuff I learned throughout the off season, it comes time to me like really having to, like buckle down and get back in form.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot he's on this team now. All the
Yeah.
time. Like all the
Constantly.
time. Even though I knew it. Like you're saying, these things and you kind of just have to compartmentalize and push it out. But yeah. Stallings, not particularly good. He's got a little bit of pop though. It's a good park.
He does not have a little bit of pop.
He's got a 171 ISO. That's fine.
In what, 40 at bats?
Well, yeah, but also, dude, first of all, 87 plate appearances. He
Ooh.
played in Pittsburgh and Miami. It's not surprising to see his ISO come up playing in Colorado. He played in 2 of the least hitter-friendly parks in the league.
I have him as the 13th person least likely, or 13th most likely to not hit a home run today.
So he's definitely hitting one.
Probably. I mean, they got a lefty. Somebody hit a home run off of Freed last night. Dom Smith. He was my least likely to hit a home run, and he went lefty off of Freed yesterday.
Yeah. Starling Marte scratched.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there it is.
So there's
Does it
that.
does it matter to me? I had 8% on my last run.
Yeah, he's out.
Looks like I am not going to do another run with updated ownership because there is no updated ownership.
Interested to see who are, did they release a new lineup yet?
No.
Because there was only one lefty in that Mets lineup prior to Marte going down against Patrick Corbin.
Let's make it better for Corbin, baby.
Look, it could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, like, you definitely, whatever they're going to replace him with is probably worse. All right, I'm on my final sim, so I'll be able to at least put in whatever I have up until that point and then manually swap off of Marte after this lock.
Rance, I've had a bunch of people DMing me about that lately. The DK keeps locking them out. They did it once to me. They said I was playing in Illinois, and I clearly wasn't.
Was it when we
And
were in Illinois?
no, it was nowhere near then. Just like a year ago. And they completely locked my account. And they were saying I was like I was, having people, I don't know what they were saying, but
Well, you should stop having people entering your stuff in Illinois, man. Your gimmick's not working.
why would I have them do that when I'm in PA?
You offloading, man. You've
Anyway,
outsourced.
they make you jump through hoops.
Yeah. Which is really weird considering, like, I'm not trying to like tout us, but we're out here all the time as like front facing people promoting their product. We're not, like, it's pretty hard, pretty easy to hunt us down to be like, hey, you're doing this? Yeah, it's like, yeah, I talk about it online on the biggest DFS show that exists.
Yeah, all the time. But no, we're trying to skirt the system. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Taylor is in the lineup now for the
I
Mets.
have
It wasn't
4% of Marte after I just made my run here. So whatever I have right now is about to hold. I have a lot less Nola than I had before, and I did get to 4% of Blanco. So everything's different. I am jamming Atlanta and Cincinnati.
Yeah, yep. A lot of Cincinnati. What about Colorado?
Neutral to the field.
Neutral.
Yeah, only one share of my boy Stallings, though. All right, those lineups are going in. I'm not making any manual tweaks. 24% Pat Corbin. That one's going to kick me in the ding dong by the end of it.
You said you still have Marte, though.
Yeah, but he's in like 2 lineups.
Oh.
Like, I don't.
You're not gonna take him out?
I'll deal with that after lock.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't really have any reason to like rush through that right now. Actually, now that it's in my mind, I forgot. I kept thinking that it's 130 and not 135. If we get that update right now, I could actually make it. Nope, 54 minutes.
We have what, 9 minutes to go to lock?
Yeah, I would need it in the next 3 minutes, and I'd be and I would be fine at that point. I'm like, I don't really like. I'm happy with my lineups right now. I'm not stressing at all.
Yeah, it's hardly a big deal. Plus, you actually are going to have opportunities. One more thing, guys. We tell you about all the sign up bonuses, promos for a lot of these sites, a lot of these pick'em sites. Vivid picks.
Yeah.
$300 first match deposit bonus. I'm on every sports book there is available in Pennsylvania.
Yep, as you should be.
If you're in those states that don't have that luxury, where you don't have that ability, you do it with the pick'em sites. And their sign-up bonuses are actually sometimes better than a lot of these sports books. $300 match, instant match on your first deposit, up to 300. The standard deposit match is 100. So you're not getting it anywhere other than when you use the link here in the description and in chat. Otherwise, it's 100. This is stochastic specific. Yeah. You also get a $25 secure play. So if your first entry loses, it gets refunded up to $25 in Vivid site credit. Not bad. And you're just predicting whether players will have more or less than their projected stats across multiple sports. You guys know the drill. You know how it works. And there's a free square, Josh, on Luka Doncic for tomorrow. I would say take the over on 0.5 point. Personally,
You don't think he's going to go scoreless?
I hope not. That almost happened with Caleb Martin.
I hope he does.
You remember that with Caleb Martin?
No.
You have to. Yeah, you do. Anyway, link in the description and in chat for Vivid Picks. $300 first match deposit bonus, $25 secure play. You get it back if you lose, and a free square on Luca for tomorrow. Last year there was a free square. It was a big deal because it was a free square on, I think, Caleb Martin, or I think it was Prize Picks. And I think it was Caleb Martin, right, Jordan? Was it underdog? Okay. And Josh, it was over 0.5 point. Now, mind you, Caleb Martin in the postseason was on a tear. Like he just came out of nowhere. Was playing really well. He didn't score till midway through the fourth quarter.
So I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, people were actually sweating a free square on 0.5 point deep into the fourth quarter.
That's insane, though.
Yeah,
it's truly insane. We got the update.
Okay, updated
ownership.
Anything stand out?
I assume it's basically the same. I just needed the updated stuff for all the people that were like in and out of those 3 lineups that came out.
Jake DeWitt said, fun fact, Stallings and Caleb Martin were college roommates. You're just making shit up, dude. There's no way that's true.
I assume Caleb Martin went to college with his brother and lived with him. I don't know. I didn't know Caleb Martin went to NC State. Why would you assume
something like that?
I didn't know he went to NC State.
Why would you assume that he went to school and lived with his brother?
Caleb Martin?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
What do you mean? You just assume that because people are brothers that they would.
They're twins, man. They went to the same college.
I know, but like, what if they're not close?
I'm quite confident they are.
Why?
I don't know where you're going with this one. This is a really weird gimmick.
It's not a gimmick. I'm saying, like,
why would Caleb Martin and Cody Martin live together when they go to college?
Yeah. What if you wanted to branch out?
Then you don't also go to NC State. Maybe he didn't live with him when Cody Martin transferred to Nevada.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. He probably transferred because they were sick of each other.
Yeah, probably not.
I didn't know they went to the same school, but I had to keep running with that, even though I was out on an island. But there's no way Stallings and there's
you were out on Epstein Island right there.
What?
I don't know. That's as dumb as yours, man. What do you want me to do?
Stallings went to University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
In theory, they could have lived together. That's actually true. I mean, those schools are miles apart.
Huh. That'd be funny.
Yeah, it'd be funny if he was right. Man, when this sim finishes up, I'm going to have about 45 seconds. I was actually able to rerun it with Marte out, so I won't even have to handle that.
It is funny because my guess is that Jake was just pulling that out of his ass, and it turns out that Stallings went to a college within spitting distance of theirs.
Yeah, like they very clearly could have done it. Not to mention, oh no, Stallings is 6 years older than these dudes.
Yeah, he's been in the league since like 2016. He went to college. He graduated college at like 28.
Stallings is 34. The Martin twins are 28.
He got kind of lucky though. He drug us on a little bit there when I saw the college.
2.5 minutes until lock.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on this one?
Not really.
I think we covered a lot.
Everything that I have is the same that we said. It's Braves, it's Red Sox, it's Reds, and then some of the Rockies. It's Michaelis, it's Nola, it's Ashby for me, it's Montgomery and Corbin. Nothing's changed.
It's just a lot of pitchers that look the same. And if you like, Cincinnati is I understand the idea of trying to get away from chalk, but it's tough to get away from that Cincinnati team today. especially
look
because
so good.
we don't even have them as that chalky. Like we have some other, we have the Mets pretty popular. We have Atlanta pretty popular, Colorado, Boston, all of them pretty popular. It's not like Cincinnati's the only team getting ownership on this slate.
No, it's like, I mean, we haven't even really talked about the fact that the Mets are the chalk team.
I know.
Not a team I'm getting. I'm a third of the field.
It's just because
my script is done. I have an hour. I have a minute 15.
The Mets are inexpensive.
They are.
Outside of Pete, I mean, Brandon Nimmo, even that's a lefty, 4,500. Lindor, Alonso, Nimmo. Once you get past, look, once you get past the top three in that lineup, they're all cheap. So it does make sense against Corbin.
I have some Astros now.
Against your boy?
Apparently. All right. Well, whatever lineups I have here are the ones that are going in. I don't know what they are, but that's what I'm playing.
Well, hey, good luck today, guys. Guess what? We'll be back live before lock later tonight, right here on the Stochastic YouTube channel. Also, tomorrow, NBA live before lock, game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I'll be on for the strategy show at 10, breaking it down. We'll spend some time on it since we haven't talked basketball, and this is game 1 of the series. And then Greg and I will be live, or Eric and I will be live from 8 to 8:30. And then Greg and I will be live for the first half, 8:30 to 9:30, plus you and whoever else wants to join us.
I think I'm going to stop by. I mean, it is game 1 of the finals, so I'll head over.
So I ended up with 132% of the Braves, 132% of the Reds, 112 of the Red Sox, 96 of the Astros, 88 of the Mets. I have 2x the field on Michaelis, 2x the field on Ashby, neutral to Nola, 22% of Ashcraft and Montgomery, 12% of Corbin, 16 of Nick Pivetta. I ended up with no Blanco.
You got a home to play for today?
Top guy on the list is Pete Alonso, so let's go with that one.
That's where I was going to go too.
All right, then I'll go Yordan Alvarez.
Okay.
He's my number 2.
Old Yordan.
Most exposed hitter is Michael Harris.
Really?
I'm not shocked by that at all. Leadoff hitter, lefty righty, on the road, 4,400. Best guy you can get to today, in my opinion.
Hey, good luck, guys. We'll see you back here for the next one tomorrow. I don't know if it's live before lock or strategy show tomorrow. Thursdays are weird. Let's see.
That tomorrow, I don't know. I won't be involved tomorrow.
No, because you got basketball.
Yeah.
But tomorrow we have 1, 2, 3. Only 3 games for the early. 6 games for the late. I don't know. I hate those Thursday slates. We'll see. Figure it out one way or another. We'll see you around this time, maybe earlier tomorrow. Later.
Later.